Today we are accompanied by my friend Gabe from high school. We will try Mount Gay, our rum from the barrel, and we will introduce Bumbu rum to my buddy Gabe. Please enjoy the show, and as always, hit like, subscribe, and give us a comment. Let us know what you think. Enjoy the ride. Hey everyone, this is Rum John. We are currently in the RV in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm accompanied with probably one of my oldest friends, not old in age, but old as in I've known him a very long time. This is Gabe. Gabe, say hello.
Hello,
introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
My name is Gabe. I am a Finnish carpenter, a husband, and a father to 6 children.
Apparently he does not like long walks on the beach. He doesn't have time for that.
None of that.
So Gabe and I know each other from back in, I think as far as junior high, really. I mean, and then high school and so, so on and so forth. And so I got to Omaha on Sunday, and we kind of meet up, and we're gonna try some Mount Gay Barbados rum from 1703. This is the XO Triple Cast blend. I'm kind of excited to try this. As we know, and we talked about before, Barbados is like, the motherland for rum. This is where it all kind of got started. We'll go ahead and just crack right into this thing. I looked up some information on it, but I did not go too deep into the nose and the taste. So we'll see what Gabe thinks as we try it out, and we'll give it a shot. So it is a cork. I usually have problems with these, and as Mike will attest, but let's see how this goes. I am twisting slowly. All right, got it. Ooh, nice. Okay. Ooh, okay. So we don't have the glasses that we normally do, so we're gonna have some coffee here. And all right. So off the top. Oh yeah, I can kind of taste a like a sweetie, Hey sweetie, like a sweetie kind of like taste, like a sweet taste or sweet hint to it, like
it kind of smells
citrusy, or
yeah.
I was thinking like a honey-ish kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. All right, let's see this. Ooh,
That's great.
That's it's interesting. It's got a bit of a burn and a bit of a Whiskey Mike and I talked about it where you drink it and then you breathe it and then you feel it out your nose as you go, like it's got a little bit of a reverse kind of like, ooh, I'm still here. Wow, that's this would be good on this. There's a couple rums that we've had that are like, yeah, that'd be a good old fashioned.
Yeah.
And I could see with a little the little citrus on the outside, and I think a little bit of simple syrup and a little bit of orange peel. That'd be pretty tasty.
Yeah. Actually had a rum when I was in Colorado. It was locally made there.
Yeah.
It tasted like whiskey to me. It was
really
so different. Yeah, but they called it a rum.
Wow. This is pretty good. I like this. It's got some creaminess to it, or it got some thickness to it. What do you taste? You taste anything stand out? I mean, when in the nose we got a little bit of citrus and a little bit something sweet to me.
Yeah, I can't call it out what it is. It seems familiar, but I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, there's something there. So let's go to the information. So this is a blend of carefully selected mature rums, beautiful and round complex liquid. Well, as we said, it is liquid, but it is thick. It's got some thickness to it. It's got some girth to it. traditional column and uh, double retort pot stilled. Not sure what the retort pot is, but it's traditional column as most of them are, and then it's got a double retort pot still. I'll have to look that one up. I'm not sure what retort is, but that's pretty interesting. The style is round and complex. It's a small batch, and it is a reserve run, which we've kind of said if you're gonna go up against the whiskeys and the scotches and the bourbons, and you're gonna want to have something that's the reserve. It's gonna have to have a cask age kind of to it. Otherwise, it's a good mixing rum. I mean, but this is another one I don't think I would mix. This is kind of like you know the Bumbu XO or Ron Matasoleum. It's not one that I would say go and mix with anything because you're gonna lose the flavor out of it.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Aging. It's matured in American whiskey, bourbon, and cognac casks. Cognac is that flavor that I could not pin that's what it was. That burn that after yep, that's what it was. So all right, so and that cognac also is why I can sit here and say, yeah, that'd be great with a little citrus on the top, because when you drink cognac, they put a little citrus on the top most of the time. So yeah, there you go. All right, so tastes. Let's go to the taste of it. So on the aroma, you want to go to the aroma ones? Go ahead.
Perfect balance of vanilla, oaky, and dry spice notes.
Okay, so I get the vanilla now. Yeah. I totally get the vanilla now.
The taste is salted caramel, baked fig, and clove, dark chocolate.
I
definitely get the clove in there.
I kind of get the clove, but I definitely get the caramel.
Yeah,
that caramel is that like what's coating your tongue kind of feel. Yeah, I totally get that.
And the body says round, smooth, and richly creamy with a long finish.
Long finish is true because it does come right back at you. You're like, I'm not done yet. That is really good. I would say, it's as far as age rums go, I think that'd be a good one to suggest if you're looking for something that would take the place of an old fashioned. That's a pretty good.
I think it'd make it very good.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So let me see. We do have. And we'll try it. Well, when you're done with that, I'll have you try some of this. This, we all know what this is. So Bao and I opened this up, but Gabe here is a little behind on the video, so he might not know what this is.
I do not know what that is.
So this, and you said you're on 8, so this is the rum from the cask on the bar.
Oh, nice.
So I definitely want you to try this. This is not. Like, let's be honest, this is not that, okay? This is single cast, backyard aged. This is probably like some guys who knew what they were doing. So yeah, we'll have you try that too. I'll go ahead and set that this way and just kind of like have it. It's in the background. So yeah, we're up here in Omaha. So yeah, we travel in an RV. The kids' family are here. It's cold here. I definitely have figured out that I am 100% a Florida guy now, or at least a Southern guy, because I can't, like, it is cold up here, guys.
He missed pre-spring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is probably pre-spring, where like one day it's like 60, the next day it's 30, and then the next day it's 60.
Yep.
I was telling Gabe that in Florida, it's already well into spring, and we've already planted our garden, and we've got like tomato plants and all that stuff is already coming up, and we planted a row of corn that is already starting to come up. And I'm like, we're at least there in Florida right now. I would equate it to being like May there. I mean, we're that far along already. So this is definitely a like a setback the clock. And remember the old days when you used to freeze your butt off. So yeah, this is it's been a good trip. Drove the RV up here. Only hit 2 toll booths. If I could make a suggestion, Pittsburgh and Ohio. Feel free to widen your toll booth. Widen your toll booth at least a foot. I hit. We pull the marketing director's car on a dolly, and I hit the tire coming out of Pennsylvania. They the toll booth has like these, little median or meridian or whatever you can call it between the two, lanes, and that the tire on the driver's or the passenger side, boop, hit that.
Oh no.
And then I kind of had to like wiggle my way over so it come off the ground, and then we went through the toll booth, and then I had to get out and check it. And so when I got out and check it, I decided, okay, you know what, we're stopped, Liz. We got through the mountains, so it was like, okay, we're stopped, Liz. Go ahead, you take over. And so she drove, and about 1.5 miles or 2 miles down the road is the Ohio Ohio Turnpike, and same thing. I'm looking in the mirror on the passenger side over here. I'm looking through that window right there, and I'm looking at, watching the tire. I'm like, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. And all of a sudden, in the mirror, bang! She hits the side of the other toll booth, the back side of the other toll booth. She hits it with our mirror, and I'm like, move over. I mean, these things are so narrow. Like, I look at her and I'm like, move over, and she's probably only got like this far before that mirror hits that side. I'm like, come on. And yet these truck drivers, I have to give them props because they're like, shoo, 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 like, whoa, threading a needle. The needle's a semi. Like, geez. So,
how many trips have you guys taken in this so far?
Let's see. We are at, so we're at about 20,000 miles now, and when we bought it, it had 7,500 miles on it. So we put some, 12 and a half, 13,000 miles on it. Yeah. And we've gone Georgia. I mean, I think by the time we get back, we were discussing earlier, by the time we get back, we'll have hit 23 states since last July.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I'm trying to think of the number of trips. I would say maybe 5 trips or so.
So I was saying like 5 or so.
Yeah, and I mean the big one was obviously the last time we were here, when we went from Florida all the way up, Florida to here for 3 weeks, and then we went to Mount Rushmore, and then all the way back. And this trip coming here this time was purely unplanned. It was just one of those. I had some family stuff, so I had to come out here and check on things, and then at the same time, marketing director was like, everything's loaded up. Let's not go home and unload it and just load it again to come back here in like a month. Let's just go. And it was like, it's a fair point, because, I work from home, so I can do this. And one of the things I always talk to my boss about is like, yeah, okay, my plan is to leave on a Friday at noon, and inevitably we don't leave until like 3 or 4. And so then I hit traffic getting out of Tampa, and
rush hour.
It's basically rush hour from Tampa all the way up to like Ocala. I mean, it just Gainesville. I mean, it just depends on which way we're going, but that inevitably is what happens, and that's exactly what happened. Friday, the 12th, I decided to leave, and everything was like supposedly. We got the RV on Wednesday, so 2 days ahead of time, and we still were late leaving because we had to do stuff.
Well, you guys were probably leaving right when spring break was beginning.
Yeah. So it's funny because when we left, we went across, because we went to DC first, so we went across Florida and then shot up, and we stayed the night on mile marker 1, KOA, and they call it the Jacksonville KOA in Georgia, but it's in Georgia. There's whatever, mile marker 1 in Georgia. And I gotta tell you, this is like one of the second time we stayed there, and it's one of my favorite places because, it's a perfect location because it's like 4 or 5 hours from our house.
Yeah.
So we're just like, it's like, okay, let's just get in a rhythm and go. And then we stop there. And the kids love it because there's a pool, there's a playground, and then at the same time they have free breakfast the next morning. And so the kids are like pancakes and waffles and all that, and that kind of, while we're doing that, Liz and I can kind of get things like, okay, this is what fell over the first 5 hours. Pick that up and resituate, and that kind of stuff. So it works out really well. And I have to say the people there are super nice. And so if you're traveling through, if you want to go to the Florida Georgia line and stayed at an RV park, I recommend KOA there. It's really great. Yeah, so what I'm saying is we stopped there, and then the next morning we got up and to go, and the traffic was ridiculous. I'm like, what is going on? So it's I-95, goes from basically Florida all the way out, and so we get on I-95, and it's like all the off ramps are backed up into the interstate, and then it started dawning on me, oh, these are all motorcycles. It was Daytona Bike Week. It had just ended, and everybody was going home.
Oh, there you go.
And then it dawned on me, like, wait a minute. Like, it's also spring break. So, like, Daytona basically said, let's have Bike Week, and then the week after that, let's do spring break. And, like, I mean, I just couldn't imagine if I lived in Daytona, I'd be like, shut the doors, we'll see you next month. Like, holy cow. I mean, those poor people. I know from Clearwater perspective, I know this is the time of year we do not go over the bridge and go see the spring breakers, or if you do, it's kind of like, let's go see how great.
Do you get very many Clearwater?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man. Yeah. It is. I mean, it's definitely not. It's definitely not a probably Daytona level, but it is like what you see on TV, where it's just like arm to arm, right, all the way up and down the beach. On our side, we basically like, if you want to see what it's like and be adventurous, you get in your car, you drive across the bridge and go, yeah, this is cool, and then you take 2 hours to get back over. I mean, you can get there, you get in line to get there, and you're waiting to go over the bridge, and you go over the bridge, you see everything, and then, actually, it's probably the other way around. It's 2 hours to get there, and then you're the only idiot leaving because everybody's trying to get out to the beach, and so it's like 2 hours to get there and 5 minutes to get back. But yeah, it's pretty packed out there. This isn't skunky or anything. It's not bad. And as I said before, this is one where I would definitely go, all right, I'm gonna mix this one. I mean, when we first put it in the cask at home, it was clear.
Okay.
And so, I mean,
how long did it age?
So it aged 3 months, small cask, 3 months, 3 liter cask,
okay.
So or 1 gallon cask. So that's equal to 1 year.
Okay.
So 3 months is a year. So if you think about it, 3 cask, 1 cask.
Well, it's like appreciate something.
Yeah. I mean, the longer the cask, or the longer the age. I mean, I think it kind of makes sense, right? If I were to leave this in there longer, so maybe the one that's in there now, in 9 months from now, right, it'll mature and give birth to a very nice. Get it 9 months birth. Try to keep up. All right, so not much of a head on that, or just tastes like or smells like can you? That's probably the Mount Gay. Residual. No, I mean, so I didn't add any caramel to it. So what you're actually probably smelling there, so the caramel in rum, when you smell that, it actually comes from the barrel, the burnt barrel.
Okay.
The oak barrel being, it's the char of the barrel. The more the char, the more caramel kind of notes come out of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like they actually go and take like Werther's caramel and drop it in there. That's not, the caramel comes from somewhere else. But yeah, this is it's not bad. I mean, like I said, this would be a bottom to, like, not bottom shelf, because originally it was bottom shelf. So this is like one step up from bottom shelf, like the $10 bottles and below, and this is probably like the $12 to $15 bottles, like, because it is aged. I mean, technically it's aged. So, all right. So what's interesting is that is actually smoother than the Mount Gay.
Yeah, it's not bad though either.
No,
not bad at all.
Yeah, I think I'm interested. I'm really excited to see what the next one comes out and tastes like, because I think it's gonna be.
Are you just letting that same barrel age longer, or are you?
Yeah. So the plan right now is that we're gonna let that same barrel age longer, and then I'm gonna buy another barrel, and I'm gonna put what's in that barrel. I think what I'm gonna do, kind of similar to this, right? Only not, I'm not gonna do triple cask. Whiskey Mike and I talked about getting in the last episode. He was talking about getting sherry from Spain.
Okay.
Apparently, you can get sherry from Spain, and I guess that's where it came from. So I'm gonna try and get this sherry from Spain. I'm gonna put it in this new barrel, or I might put it in the old barrel. I don't know. I can't really decide, but I'm gonna put it in a barrel. I'm gonna age it for 3 months. So now that'll be a year sherry aged. And if you guys remember the Clyde Mays that we aged, Clyde Mays bourbon that we aged before, went in kind of this color, and it came out this color. So that was good. I still have some of that. That was really good. Do this here. Okay. Let's be proper.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the plan. But yeah, we had a good time. We left Daytona. We realized it was bike week, and as we were leaving, people were going, and we're kind of like, And it was super nice out as we were going north. And I'll tell you, like when we hit the South Carolina North Carolina border, it was like, where'd all the leaves go? Like suddenly there were no leaves on the trees. It was like, wow, what happened? And but yeah, we stayed at a campsite, another KOA, I believe it was, in North Carolina, and met some people there. They were super awesome, super nice ladies, and their kids played with our kids, and we had a really good time. They came in here and tried some rum and Siesta Key and Bumbu XO or Bumbu rum. That I have to get some of that inside for you. So yeah, I'll get the marketing director to grab the Bumbu and bring it out real quick, and you can try that one too. Give you the whole kind of gambit. So kind of like the ladies did, and they have a son who's also a gamer YouTuber too. So
Really?
Good luck to you, little buddy. We're all just kicking this YouTube thing, having fun with it while pandemic is going on still. But yeah, having fun with it. So we got to North Carolina, then we went to Virginia, and ended up staying at this resort called Pohig Bay and RV, and man, it was beautiful.
Really? Where was this at?
This was just south, probably 5 miles south of Springfield, Virginia.
Okay.
And man, it was gorgeous, and like you're kind of up on a hill. So for the viewers, if you are from the Omaha area, you'll know my reference. But if you're not, just follow me. It's like Indian Cave and Fontenelle Forest together.
Really?
And you're up on this hill, and it's completely wooded, and like you really feel you're out in the woods. Like at night, I'm like, stay close to me, like I have no idea what's out here, so just let's stay over here, buddy. And so every night we'd go and take the trash out, and Alex would have a flashlight, and I'm like, yeah, flash it around. Let me know if you see eyes shining back at you, and if you do, run faster than I do. So yeah, but it was gorgeous. You're up on this hill, and it's completely trees and wooded and everything. And then if you look at the right angles, you can look down the hill, and you can see the Potomac at the bottom. Oh, nice. And you're just like, man, that's, God bless America. And here goes the Bumbu.
Thank you.
So yeah, she even brought a shot glass. Wow. So yeah, we've got shot glass. The marketing director brought in the rum. Let's try this. This is, as everyone that watches knows, this is the jam right here. And so let's see. First off, go ahead and take a smell.
It smells like candy.
By the way, for the viewers and Mike, I broke this cork. The 8th time I opened it, somehow I twisted it and it snapped. But all right, so the dust on it. All right, so
it's just some fiber. It's fine.
Fiber, yeah. Give me a full shot, man. There you go. All right. What do we got on this one? What is that? We're advertising for someone.
Oh, the Archway.
That's not so bad. The Nebraska Archway.
Cheers.
Right, cheers, sir. Let me know how you think. Let me know.
That's good.
There you have it.
It's like, kind of reminds me of like banana Laffy Taffy, but toasted.
Oh,
Like
there you go.
marshmallowy.
Toasted
Yeah.
banana Laffy Taffy. All right. Okay, that's a new one. Most people say that's like a banana like syrup, or I
Yeah.
keep thinking like bananas Foster or something like that. But yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I can see
Even
the candy
feel
the
like
Laffy Taffy.
little marshmallow in there, maybe.
Yeah.
Something creamy.
So
That's very good.
yeah, that's the jam. And Mike said that he's tried that with coffee now, and he said it's really good.
Oh,
with
I
coffee.
bet so. Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that being good on anything. Really.
Yeah.
And I tried it a couple days ago. So this bottle was full when we got here, or almost full when we got here. And so my friend Kenny and his wife came and Lena came and had some dinner with us on, I think Sunday it was, and he tried it, and he's that's what's left. But I can't remember who. Oh, it was my stepbrother, Josh. He tried it. And he goes, "Oh, that'd be really good in ice cream." I'm like, "Yeah, it would."
Yeah.
Bloop. And
That's
let
nice
it
to
mix
see.
up a little bit. And, it is fantastic with a scoop of ice cream. Amazingly good. So yeah, it's but again, that's kind of like this one here, where I think you could pretty much just sip this. You can sip it as it is. Add some ice, add it,
You do a lot
clean
with
or neat or whatever. Yeah, I mean, this is. But this one here, it's the same thing. This is another sipping rum that I will hide from the marketing director, because inevitably she takes these bottles that are like not cheap bottles, and I see her mixing them with like rum and Coke, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like, use this one for rum and Coke.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a lot of fun there, and I'm glad we're able to take these trips and come up and hang out with you guys. Yeah, we'll just kind of keep doing it. Probably, if this goes on for another year, I'll probably be back up here and we'll do another room.
What was your first trip like driving this thing?
Yeah, it's a good question. So this is every bit of a semi. I don't care what anybody says, and there's no way in the world you should not have like a CDL, or at least like some sort of entry level CDL like course, because like they don't tell you. I mean, again, we bought this from a gentleman who was just selling it outright, right? But I don't know that they would tell you even at like the sales place that like, yeah, when you drive this thing, a semi goes by you, it's gonna blow you off the road and then suck you back on immediately. Like nobody tells you that. But that's exactly what happens. Depending on the shape and what the semi is hauling, you're gonna be cruising along, and then as it comes closer to you, it like sucks you over and then shoves you away, and you're like, "Rah!" and you just fight it the whole way, and you basically have to anticipate, like, okay, here he comes. I'm gonna give him some room, and then he's gonna push me a little bit, and as he starts pushing me, I'm gonna steer towards him, and then when the back end of it comes, I gotta like let it go. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it is. And I mean, in some of these, you basically feel like you can reach your hand out the window and like write your name on the semi truck trailer. I mean, because like, here, John was here. So, but it is. I will tell you, but it is neat. I mean, this window being so huge.
Yeah.
It's very like you can see everything, and then the other side of it I like is that when you're up here and you're driving, I do books on tape a lot, and so I listen to and I'll say it again, listen to Green Lights. I'm at Matthew McConaughey's book. It's fantastic. You gotta watch. I mean, it is a great book, and so I've listened to that whole thing behind this wheel, and got a handful of other books, mindful books, stuff like that I'm listening to. A buddy of mine, Bao, suggested a meditation book. I do not suggest doing that while you're driving a 20,000-pound vehicle, because you're like, oh yeah,
Feeling extreme relaxation.
oh man, far out. Whoa, yeah, that's not good. And especially if you're going through Pennsylvania mountains, don't do that. That is. So on the way here, we had mountains that we had to go through Pennsylvania, and that's where I drove and let Liz co-pilot.
Right.
And that worked out pretty well. And then after that, she drove almost all the way through Ohio, Indiana, and then when we got to Iowa, or Indiana, Illinois, and then when we got to Iowa, we switched. And I drove because it was windy as heck on Sunday.
Yeah.
And that was scary. So I mean, oddly, we were talking. She's like, "What would you rather drive through? You know, mountains or wind?" And I'll take mountains. I mean, it sucks because going up the Pennsylvania mountain, you know, the rock or the Appalachians there, going up some of those, I had the gas pedal all the way down. I'm going 45 miles an hour, pulling an Explorer, going, "Come around! I'm not going anywhere." And you're like, you can honk at me all you want, but I got this. Is all I got.
Right
Yeah, yeah. There is no right lane. You know, this is like, come around. So yeah, you're just sitting there like, all right, this is me. But when you're in the wind, like, it's way more difficult because you're driving along and you're like, in this case, the wind was coming from the south and we were headed west, so it was coming on the driver's side here, and you're fighting it. The steering wheel is about like that the whole time. I don't know if you can see it here. The steering wheel is almost at a 45, almost the whole time.
This thing is aligned.
Yes, it is totally aligned. Yes, good point. Totally aligned, and the steering wheel is cocked 45 degrees, and it's not so bad when it's there, but then when it goes away and it comes back, you're like, whoa, 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 I'm back. Okay, you know. So it's not like it was like a constant 25, 35 mile an hour on the side. It was
Right.
like there, gone. So you're like, whoa, whoa. So yeah, I will take mountains that I know are there, and guess what? They're not gonna move.
Right.
I know that that's there versus like this whole like trying to judge. It sucked.
Mountains suck.
Yeah, mountains. That's a good point. Yeah. Mountains not on a windy day versus windy. Period. Yes, mountains every day. That's a good point. Yeah, mountains on a windy day, stay home. Yeah, stay right where you're at. Just find a rest area and just don't go anywhere. Yeah, that was our trip here. So that's good. But
Yep.
yeah, man, appreciate you coming out and having some rum with me.
No, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, no problem.
Just seeing you.
Yeah, good seeing you too, sir. So until next time, guys, remember, sit back, relax, have a drink, and enjoy the ride. We are.